Oh, did a cat sneak in? The bastards. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's it going? Let me turn this off. Boom. Wearing my Guitar Hero thing here. So I'm looking at some crap to, not to really get, but to improve on. So here's my setup right now, and it's so small. I really should pack that camera up because I don't ever use it anymore because this little guy's just about as good, and I just need to maybe reorganize this thing. But it's this is really crowded. It's a small tiny desk. It's only about, I think, 18 inches deep or something like that, so there isn't very much going on back there. I really should hang that up too. My wife painted that for me. It's out of focus, sorry. But everything's kind of just crowded in and crammed into this little one spot, this thing here. Yes, I need the label maker. Yes, sir. It is a nice one. Boom. Let's change. Oh, let's change here. So I've been looking at desks and stuff. That's what I've been doing, waiting for stream to happen. And these are really expensive. These are a little more. This is more than I'm willing to pay. Some of these desks. So I'm probably gonna go to a little local grocery store there. Not grocery, but you know, whatever store, Fred Meyer's, and see if they have any reasonable desks. But this thing is tiny. This is a really small desk. It's about 4 feet, I want to say 4 feet this way, and 18 inches deep, you know, and that's about it. Hardly any room. This is a small room anyway. This is a tiny room. But that's not what we're here for. I do have carpentry skill, as a matter of fact. That used to be my job before the prison. I don't want to do that. I don't want to build anything into the wall. I want it portable. I want to be able to adjust and readjust. I am the type of guy that's always moving shit around. If I'm not happy with a setup or something, or I get sick of it, I like to rearrange furniture, so I can't have anything grounded. I think today I'll continue with this guy, but I think I'll do the other hand for now. I'm okay with how this looks right now. There is still some work that needs to be done on this, but for now I think it's good to leave. He needs his claws still, because he's got really long claws, and he's got kind of these clubbed fingers going on, and I left that just to for the club, or sorry, for the claw's sake. When the claws get attached, it'll elongate and stuff, and then things of that nature. And then I didn't do anything with the wings yet. I am going to figure out how to do some cloth type things up there, so there'll be reactive cloth gooey stuff going on up there. this hand I think might be a little easier to sculpt because it's flat and it's not as ooky as this one was. So that's going to be that. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, to do that one. I think this is also going to be a lot of fun to do the stomach and intestine area, the rectum and ball sack area. That's going to be a lot of fun, and the legs. That might be my next thing to tackle after the hand is the legs up here, the femur area. I'm not sure how the feet look yet. I don't know how that's looking. I have set up the armature already, so let me get rid of this. So here's the armature and the bones, and they're all individually attached just the way I want them, and they're all posable. So the fingers were kind of tough to get aligned, but then I realized that I didn't really need to align them, but all the armature is all ready to go once this is sculpted. And the knees, I did something that I'm not sure if this is going to work out really well, but the femur bone here, and then I have a separate knee bone, and then the shin kind of connected to that. And I think I wanted to give it more you know, more range when walking or something. And the feet, I just left the feet, you know, and there's no toes or anything. I might add toes later, but I try to stick with the actual bone structure of the hand. I don't know if that's going to work out, if that's going to be good or not, but we'll see. I want as much flexibility as possible. So the spine is here. This is the hips. Each will be kind of mobile and, you know, doing its thing as well. So get that back on. Armature disappear. So let's continue on with this. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not sure if anybody will join me in chat today. Let me know if you are. I'm going to take my headphones off, just do this whole thing here. So if you do join in chat, holler at me through means of, I don't know, somehow else. And I'm talking about voice chat. So what's going on here? This is kind of a weird area right here because there's like these kind of attachments, if you see that. I don't know if these are like separate or what's going on there. Good, you're in good company. Your homework is to moderate. Kidding. I don't really care. Yeah, something happened here when and I think this happened when I did the multi-res. So I'll you know what? It's best to figure it out from the inside. See what's going on in there. And I think this is all that's happening, is it's kind of weirdly inverted. So we'll just smooth it back out. And you could see it kind of coming back out. How's your guys' weekend? Everything all right? I hope everything's all right with y'all. How is Alexis enjoying her tablet? Hopefully immensely. Yes, that worked. For some reason it wants to, instead of a regular inflate like that, it wants to kind of join it together, which is fine. My pen is janky China crap for my tablet. Oh, you're on a different account, I think. What happened with it? What's going on there? Oh, yes, good idea. Very good idea. So is it just like not working out? Damn it, this thing. This is a weird little area and it just does not want to bring out. Let's try other methods here. Let's blob it and dine topo it. Yep. Tracks to the right and there is no docking. Oh no! Oh no! That bloweth. That bloweth the goats. You know, I just realized what I should probably be using in this scenario is actually the flatten tool. Look at that. Did exactly what I wanted, which is flatten those seams. Now you know, if you got something going on, something strange in the neighborhood, this is it. I will say it's starting to get some computational power. It's starting to really crank up the power that is needed to do this stuff, and I think it's because also, what the hell? I am on constant detail. You're gonna see some lag kind of start coming in. Come on. Do it from this side. You guys hear about the new Terminator coming out? There's another Terminator, this time with Sarah Connor. The original Sarah Connor, yes. Yes, the original actress is going to be in it. Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be in it. Ah, son of a gun. This really does not want to. There we go. Yeah. I think, I don't know what to say about it. No, it's a real deal. It's happening. I want to talk about the whole Joker thing. And I don't know, maybe I should do that right now because there is some stuff I want to show you guys on it. And I do want to kind of discuss it just for a second, if I could, if you don't mind.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
So here we have let's start from the beginning here. I freaking love this preview. I don't know what to say about it.
Arthur,
I love it.
Does it help to have someone to talk to?
Okay, so what I found odd was their choice. Oh, I hope this doesn't drop frames. I hope this is okay. And I hope that you guys can see the detail that I'm about to show.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
Okay, Department of Health social worker. Let me see if there is if this thing goes away here. there's a name attached to it. I think it says Deborah something, but I can't quite tell. And I don't know if they're doing something here with Harley Quinn or not. And I also think that scene right there, super important scene, that happens towards the end of the movie. I don't think that's anywhere near the beginning. This is all...
My mother always tells me...
I don't know if that was towards the beginning of the movie, but this stuff right here all happens. It's like the prelude to everything. And I think he turns into the Joker within the first 30 minutes.
She told me I had a purpose.
People expect you to behave as if you don't. Okay, here's some jokes. The worst part about something or having a mental illness is... Oh, there it is, yeah. So... He's obviously got something going on there, right?
To bring laughter and joy.
So I think this part right here, very beginning of the movie.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
If you notice, he's wearing a suit. And I think this is kind of, he's already been the Joker. He's already, you know, there already. He's already become the Joker at this point. I don't think that I don't think it's brain damage. I think he's just getting picked on, just run-of-the-mill bullying there. Now here he's going to the Arkham State Hospital because he's planning something. You think he's... Oh, as far as that, yeah. Maybe. Yes, I think he just snapped at that point. But maybe not. Maybe that's just something else. Here, important scene, he's going to Arkham State Hospital. This is, I think, somewhere in the middle. He's already the Joker here. Because if you notice, he's got somebody in care. And he's got a police officer. He's got this guy. And he's perfectly calm, but his fists are clenched, right? Who he is and what he's doing, I'm not really sure. I don't know if he's taking care of a bad guy or, you know, taking care of him or something, but thought that was interesting.
What?
I think he's practicing in that scene. He was practicing his character. I think this is all beginning right here. He lost something important there. If you saw that, he's crying. I think his mom. And this is all in the beginning too. I think this is also what's going to lead to his collapse, because I think this happens right after he gets smashed in the face.
What's so funny?
And then I think that's when he loses faith in humanity, because even business class, you know, does this to him, and that's where he snaps.
Gotham's lost its way.
So I think that was all beginning stuff.
Would do something that cold-blooded. Someone who hides behind a mask.
If you notice, so here's his love interest. That's Bruce Wayne. That kid was Bruce Wayne. Right here. That's Bruce Wayne, ladies and gentlemen.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy.
So he's a stand-up comedian. That was Robert De Niro. So this is an important scene. You got a bunch of clowns here. I think this is going to be towards the end of the movie. He's got a posse. He's got people already going. There's a small little tiny scene where he's getting chased right here. And if you notice, right there, it was a very quick glimpse right here. Guys with clown masks already. Something's going on here. He's got a posse of insane people. You know, or not insane, but just crazy. And I think he got him from Arkham. he's already... There he is, Robert De Niro. I like him as an actor, don't like him as a person.
It's a comedy.
So this right here, this transformation, I think will happen early on. I think this will... I think that stuff right there, what you just saw, is not going to be at the end of the movie. This stuff right here is going to be very, like it's going to happen lickety-split. Anyways, I wanted to talk about it. I think that that movie's going to be great. Man, I'm already obsessed with it. I showed it to my wife. She was super sad when she saw it because she's like, I want to adopt every baby now because, you know, this is what happens. This is terrible people do things to push other people and they do crazy things. But, you know, that's just a preview. And I'm like, all right, well, that's a preview of him, you know, kind of already a mentally unstable man. So maybe we shouldn't, I don't know. We should consider other things. I'm looking forward to it. October 4th. Very much looking forward to it. Yeah, don't adopt crazy children. Exactly. But I think there's something going on with his mother. I think his mother is going to be the snapping point for him. There's a heavy mommy-son issue thing, and I don't know if his mom is controlling or if you know what's happening there. But there's definitely something going on with his mom and him, and maybe he loves her too much, or maybe she's like, what we don't see is her being manipulative and just a terrible woman, you know. So we'll see about all that when it happens. Well, I think he will fall into a vat of goop. Oh yeah, that's not even his mom. That's just like some lady. Oh, that would be so creepy, dude. And she's just trying to escape him or something. That'd be so... Ugh, that'd be great. That would be super great. I would love that. Plot twist. And he's like, my mother's always said, but that's not his real mom. She's just trying to... Because I did see... Okay. Visiting, you think? You think he might work there? Maybe. He's a stand-up comedian in the story. So I don't know if he works there or not. Maybe he's visiting his real mom. But if you notice, there's one scene in there... Oh, I closed it. Where he dumps water on her face. But it was kind of malicious. It felt a little like rough. Like he dumped it too much on his face or her face instead of like rinsing her hair, you know, and he like played it off as a joke. And I thought that was kind of, weird. So maybe it's not even his mom. Maybe it's not his mom at all. Yeah. It might not be, or he really hates her, you know, but like isn't quite there yet, you know what I mean? As far as hate goes. That would be interesting. That would be interesting for sure. Crap, I don't know which way this is going, in or out. Well, they did say it's going to be dark and gritty. And I predict it might even get an R rating. I kind of hope it does. This looks like a pregnant tadpole, which is fine by me. considerable lag going on. So yes, I've definitely got some details in here that's taken up some resources. Clay strips, what does that do? Oh, just makes it textured. It's interesting. Nudge. Cool. I'm very much looking forward to it, though. Some people aren't excited that it's his origin story. They wanted to keep it a mystery, you know, and actually, a lot of people, you know, are saying that, oh, I'd rather we not know, you know, and I'm kind of like, well, I'm with you on that, but at some point, you know, you have to have something. You have to. That's fine, and I think that's okay. That's not a big deal. I think that there is a place for that, like the movie with the dead Joker. I don't know what's his name. I guess he's not a legend if I don't remember his name. Maybe I shouldn't even call him the dead Joker. It's really insensitive. Heath Ledger, there he is. That's right, that guy. He was a mystery. That Joker was a mystery, and that was good. And I thought that was good. I really, man, when they the third movie, when they had Bane, and I saw the cast list, and one of them was Gordon-Levitt, whatever his name is, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was like, that's him. They're going to cast him for Joker. They look identical. Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Heath Ledger look very similar if you if you just compare them. And I thought that was it. They're going to continue with the Joker story. That's going to be great. And then they didn't do it. They didn't do that at all. And it was so disappointing. That movie was absolute crap. And I went to like a marathon, like they had a big old marathon going on before the midnight showing, and oh my god, that was just like a slap in the face. It was not a good movie. I don't know what you guys thought of it, but I did not like it. It's like, what the crap is going on here, man? Whoa, what's happening here? It's interesting. Man, I didn't like it at all. I couldn't. The voice, I don't even remember what was the end. I'm trying to remember because I only saw it once. I know that like Batman just starts beating the crap out of him and beats the mask off, and then that chick like stabs him or something and puts the mask back on, or I don't know. Oh yeah, that whole thing, yeah. And I don't know if that was canon or not, but I didn't care for it. I don't know why they, like, good for her, I guess. She could infiltrate his palace anytime, and then the whole Catwoman thing, that was retarded. What's going on with this thing here? That's what I want to know. Whoa, tumor. Let's make this disappear. No? This thing's inverted as crazy. Is there a good way to get rid of these? I don't remember. Just get out of here, man. It's probably what's causing all that lag. Man, even in the digital world, things like this happen. Yeah. There's kind of too many things happening. I don't know. I'm always afraid of switching to vertice and wireframe and all that stuff because there's just so much going on. So I'm just gonna shrink it with radiation. Yes, yes. Down to a small little polyp. Gone. There, it's like it never existed. Little crater. Perfect. You guys do anything exciting over the weekend? Anything cool happening in your lives? I ask because nothing cool ever happens in my life, and I just want to live vicariously through you guys. Supposed to be doing it. I haven't touched Sekiro in a little bit. It's been a hot minute. I think also what's going on here is these vertices are all super duper just want the 0.1 0.001. Is that what I want? Yes. All these vertices have not been converted to they're all like tinier than what I have going on, so that's probably another reason that I have super lag is these are all huge. Huge. That's how you do it. This is how you do it. There, now everything's larger. And do the legs too. So what homework are you doing exactly? Oh, got a no response over there. Okay. It's okay, we're good. Let's sneak up over here. The ball saccular area. Oh. PHP stuff. Is that like I don't know what that is. Here I am trying to pretend to know anything, but I don't know. Man, it's so hot. I don't know why I'm wearing sweatpants and a robe. Where am I? See, there you go. I would not have known that. Somebody told me I should get into PHP. They're like, it's a good job, man. Do it. I'm like, I don't think I want to play CSGO all day long with all you guys. That's all they do. What the hell? Because that's what I feel like any like tech dudes, that's what they do. Like they just get on and play games. Which is okay. That's not a big deal, but CSGO isn't my thing. And that was kind of the thing at the time. Like all I do is play CSGO. I'm like, oh, that's cool, I suppose. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not what I want. It sounds boring. I'd rather just be, doing tech stuff. No, they're just but then you're not going to be part of the team. You get it? Like you're not going to be a team player. If you're not playing CS:GO, you shouldn't work there. You know what I mean? Cat, go away. Like if I was like, oh yeah, I like playing so did you guys only play on the computer? Is that, of course you couldn't bring in consoles. I don't know, maybe somebody did, I don't know, whatever. See, that's what I'd be like. I'd be like, oh, I'm bringing in my console, dude. I'm gonna play The Witcher 3. We had I brought my Nintendo Wii when I worked up on the slope, and I don't know if you guys would understand what that is. Slope job is just working on the North Slope. It's an oil field, and we would do the Wii bowling. And then somebody started winning all the time. They kept getting these perfect strikes. We don't know how. We're like, dude, you're cheating somehow. And then I stopped playing the Wii after that with them. I was like, I'm not bringing the Wii down. That is actually really good. I like that. That's a good idea. Why not? Did you guys do your taxes? Or are you the type where like, not gonna do them. Not gonna do my taxes. They could come and get me. Not gonna do it. Taxes are illegal, man. Taxation is theft. Yeah, they're due on the 15th, so. Taxes are income taxes are an unapportioned tax, an illegal tax. What do you mean by tax selection as far as like claiming dependents and stuff? Yeah, 0, always 0. If you're married, 0. If you're single, 0. 0, 0, 0. 0, always 0. Biggest return, 0. Pay in to pay out. That's how my wife was. She had, she actually did dependents. She's like, well, I have a kid and you. And I'm like, I ain't your dependent. I'm not a dependent. I don't depend on you. So she claims 2. And I'm like, no, change it. She's like, well, I have to wait till next year. I'm like, no. You could change your W-4s or whatever I think it is a W-4, right? The claiming thing, the dependent, the form, what is it called? The dependency form? I don't know. Whatever, but you could change that anytime you want. You could claim 8. The dependent thing form. You could claim 8. Okay? And it won't trigger an IRS. I think it's a W-4. As well, yes, I agree. You could claim 8 without alerting the IRS. Up to 8. So anytime you claim more than 8, so if you claim 9, maybe it's 9 and it won't alert, but I think it's 8. If you claim 8, it won't. Your job will not alert the IRS. And I did that one time. I claimed 8, and I paid 0 taxes out of my paycheck, and it was amazing. And then I got hit with a $2,000. You owe $2,000 because you do not have 8 dependents. Yep, that's very true. That's very, very true. Yep. And I didn't have the money to pay, so they had to take it out of my bank account. They made a payment plan. People don't go to jail as often as you think for that. There is no... And that's federal jail. If they do federal stuff, that's all FBI. No, no state cares about you not paying federal taxes. Because they all know it's a scam. Kind of like car insurance. It's a scam. Am I projecting my personal bias? I am. No, we're not a booking facility, so I would not check myself in. But that whole that whole thing with the groping still that comes up with me and my wife. We that's our little joke, like, don't grope me, I'll send you to jail, you know. And I'd be like, whatever, be this the jail I work at. I'll just do my own time in accounting. I'll do my own, you know, I'll do my own processing. No, we don't do that. I mean, if you mean like a hotel, like we make them strip naked and then make them shower and make them bend over to look in their butts to make sure they're not smuggling cocaine. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a hotel. Now, I don't do that job. That I am not of the authority to make anyone bend over and show me their buttholes. I am not an officer. I'm not a corrections officer. They do get a key to the room. Yep, that's true. They do get a key to their room because it's a medium low security prison. So they can exit and enter their own room as they like, but they're inside of a mod, so they exit their room and then there's like a main living area kind of thing, but you just sit, there's a bunch of benches, I guess, you could sit on. And then that's it, you know, and then they could go outside when it's time for outside time, rec time, play basketball and do push-ups, whatever. They were having like some training thing. There's a bunch of guys like doing push-ups and Pilates or something in the yard, I think on Thursday. They got a thing going on over there, you know. I mean, it's all, I'm kind of jealous, you know, because they're all bonding over there and we're like just working. We're just working. I don't know how to explain that. But we don't get to do that stuff. We have a gym, but none of us use it. We're all fat. Yeah, we are the ones in prison. I absolutely agree. Sometimes. And I mean, I work in a office with no window, with no view of any sort. The only view I get is a gray, like wall, cubicle wall out the window. It's somebody else's cubicle. That's it. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great job. It's a good job, though. It is a good job. But man, those guys got it made. Tell you what, those guys got it made. Man, this is really just stuttering my computer like crazy. I really like this area right here. I'm going to fix this. Don't like this area so much. Have you guys seen the Minecraft? There's like a dude that made a Minecraft lighting thing where it's super amazing. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It was in the recent news here, gaming news. Amazing. It looks amazing. Nope. Okay. Well, it looks freaking amazing. I might be able to look it up off screen here. Check this out.
Been far too long since we took some publicity photos.
For once, I'm going to be able to.
Let's skip that ad. Check this out. It's not a texture pack, it's ray tracing with light, and there's some like water replacement, I guess. But it looks amazing. Looks amazing. Looks freaking fantastic. Like the water droplets are the Minecraft sprites. I think that's funny. Water is amazing, and everything is like realistically lit. I think they might show before and after, like what vanilla looks like and what this ray tracing looks like. It's all software based, so you need a pretty hefty computer. Like, look at the rain. Looks amazing. The wet stone looks awesome. Let me see if they... Yes, they do a before and after on this one. Like, I actually want to play Minecraft now with this. But all this is software, so you need a heavy computer. You have, you know, pretty powerful computer, because it's not a GPU rendered anything. So yeah, this is software based, and you need a pretty big computer for it. I'm just gonna skip right to the here we go. So this vanilla Seuss PTGIE5. If you've ever seen any of my streams with shadows or drawing, anything like that, shadows and lighting is the most important thing in all of your drawings. Most important thing. If it's accurate, if it's good, if the shadow is good, doesn't matter what you draw, it's gonna look amazing if you get your shadows and lighting correct. Like, that looks phenomenal. Just sucks it doesn't float around. It's stationary. And some things that you didn't think gave off light do give off light. It's crazy. I just like looking at this. Like, I'm actually enjoying, yeah. I'm just enjoying looking at how this is done. The transparency of the water is a little too much, I think. It's too transparent. I love this scene right here, because you can watch the shadow. At least you could, yes. If this was applied to any sort of house development, you know, just any kind of building, anything, so you could show a preview of what a house would look like in sunlight, you know, that would be great. This is the way to do it. You give that atmosphere, because you can't really know what something looks like until it's lit. Even a crappy house can look really amazing if it's really well lit. That, I think, is amazing. It's beautiful. Aesthetic. Anyways, check this guy's stuff out. Hadilton. Hadilton. Check that stuff out. It's really cool stuff. I don't know what's going on with this, but it's really having a hard time. I got constant detail on. I don't know why this is stuttering so much. It's really having a difficult time. Maybe I'll, instead of 80, I'll drop it down to 40 for now, just to maybe I got to restart it or something. Let me save and restart it, because I shouldn't be having this issue. Okay. How much RAM is it using? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where to check on that. Oh, like you mean if I were to, let me close some other things out. Actually, there's one thing that was, yeah. It might be using, yeah, I figured it out after that. I'm used to some of the engines having a little display at the bottom showing you how much RAM it's using. It's probably using quite a bit. I got 1 gig on memory. It should be using GPU stuff too. I don't know why it's not. Yeah, I don't know why it's not using GPU, but it should be. There, that's a lot better. Look at that. Man, a good old restart is all I needed. There we go. Oh, that is so much better now. I also had my graphic thing going on. Oops. Maybe Dyn Topo is what's going on here. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, that really drug it down. Holy cows. Okay, Dyn Topo. I feel you. I hear you. I see what's going on. Maybe I should turn it off after I convert everything. I think most of it is already pretty good, so let me turn this off and then go from there. Just kind of get a general thing going on. I really did not like that being on. And the resolution wasn't too bad. It was at 40. I didn't think that was gonna be much. And I don't think I had any symmetry locks on. Yeah. Did not like that. The only thing that sucks is these polygons get stretched out as I'm building on it. They don't create new ones. So whenever I smooth back out, they kind of, you know, collapse a lot. So I'll have to just deal with that. And maybe because I'm also using inflate, that might be another reason. Let's see what draw sculpt does. Nope, does it all. On a lower poly count, your sensitivity really matters, because it'll do things much faster. Yeah, man, that's really ugly. Kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. I really like working in Dyn Topo. I don't know what's going on with it. symmetries. That's good. No feathers. Nothing crazy. At least I don't think it's anything crazy. So we'll see. Maybe this is last stream too and I just didn't notice it as much. I don't know. Turn off accumulate. Maybe that's the problem. And I'm running this on 2 GPUs. So it really shouldn't be having any problem. That is a little bit much. So Trevor, you were working in what I saw, you were working with Unity and you had Maya? Is that what you said? You had Maya plugin or something of the sort going on in there? Gaia, that's right, Gaia. Like Illusions of Gaia, the game. Is that a plugin? Is that something that's include, like, where, you know, do you install it as a separate thing? It looked really cool. Said it was a, okay, so it's an asset thing. Okay. Did you buy it or was it free? I mean, it looks amazing what you could do with it. Looks freaking phenomenal. Oh, okay. Yeah. It looks really, really good. Cuts down on time. Then you can do, oh, okay. So do you, how does it particularly work when, do you just enter some things like, okay, I want it to do a particular thing, I want it to have this many mountains, this many rough edges. How does it work exactly as far as that goes? Do you input some stuff and then it generates, or it just kind of generates on its own? Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. That's pretty cool. So, can you use your own height maps? Okay. Oh wait, so first you make the height map and then you put it into Unity, the height map, and then the Unity makes the terrain off of that height map? Am I understanding that right? Okay. So is that how it was made then? It was from that height map that was created through Gaia? Okay. Did you see my link to let me see if I could find it for you real quick. I think I've shown it before. The terrain.party. You could go anywhere in the world, especially if you know of an area that's pretty rocky, and you can go to shaded relief. Hopefully I don't drop any frames downloading this. But it's the easiest way to get real world height maps for city skylines, is what they're saying here. Let me see if I can. I think it's shaded relief is what you want, but it'll actually generate, or it'll get that height map for you. It just takes a while to download. There it goes. Let's move this over here somewhere more interesting. Just takes a while to load. But terrain.party, and then you can download, call this area something, and then it'll download it for you. And it's just your real world height map, getter. And it works well. It works in Unity. I'm sorry, it works in Unreal 4, because I've used it in Unreal 4 before. Works good. Does exactly what it says it does. If you want to increase the slopes or something, just get it into Photoshop and increase the contrast. Yeah, good. It is not liking Dyntopa right now. His arm looks crazy, crazy bad. Not too sure about his wrist right now. It is. That's true. Yes, this guy, well, he was also just born, so, you know, it's what happens when you cook in the oven a little too long with no reference to anything. That's what happens when you're an orphan of Kos. Just don't know how to develop your muscles. But that doesn't matter because the Orphan of Kos is tough son of a bitch. At least to me. So I have not picked up Sekiro. Speaking of, you know, soul stuff. I haven't picked up Sekiro in a while. And I'm kind of like there's so much talk on it right now. I'm like, ugh, too many spoilers already, you know, and yeah. Too much has been said and I've read too much. So now I'm kind of like just wanting to forget everything and then start over kind of. Like the blackout stuff does not work. I mean, it works, but you're like, well, what the hell are they talking about? Maybe it's something I could help with, and then blam, it's a spoiler. You know, but that's, you know, that's expected because that's what it's for. It's a spoiler blackout thing, so don't go reading into it. But, you know, you can't resist, man. Just can't resist. Yeah. Jeez. And I couldn't resist it. I'm like, what are they talking about? I gotta know. Ah, crap. I don't want to know that. It's a full-on spoiler. And I don't like to hear too much complaints about games, especially when they're alright, you know. I complain about games when developers fail to provide for their people, I guess I should say. But that's about it. I don't when a developer fails at making a game, case in point, Mass Effect Andromeda, they made a game. Yes, I get that. But my God, what happened? You know, like that's what you, and I'm not, you know, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm like, all right, well, it's cool. They made a game. I don't like it. Cool. I'm disappointed. I had expectations. Cool, whatever. Done with it. You know. I used to be angry at it, but now I'm just done with it. But if you like a game, can't complain about it after you've beaten it or, you know, any of that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Hard to put my feelings into words right now. Wow, this got all pocked up. Yeah. All right, I'm not too thrilled with the hand, and I don't know why it's giving me such a difficult time right now. As far as maybe just smooth this out real quick here, and then I'll pinch things together. But I'll save that for another time because I want to get to other parts of his body as well, like this area for sure. Get that tendon going. The bicep tendon that connects to the ulna. Or is it the ulna? Does it connect to the ulna? I don't know. I don't think it connects to the radial. There's a guy who legitimately did a one-arm pull-up. Legitimate one-arm pull-up, not this, like this. And he said you can't do a pull-up underhanded because your wrist will naturally do this. You'll naturally spin around like this. For some odd reason, you can't do that. So I think that your bicep is connected to, I feel it, and it feels like it's connected to the kind of the ulna, but I don't know, maybe the radial is kind of feels like it's on its own. So that's how we're going to do this. And then there's this muscle here called the jerk muscle. The bigger this muscle is in middle schoolers, the more they jerk it in private. That is a fact. Or they could be, lifting weights. Who knows? Middle schoolers lifting weights? I doubt it. This is a pretty muscle over here, the rear tricep thing. Yeah, it is. Well, he's been in that for a long time. He's been in that weird placenta thing for a long time, waiting for, I don't know, the player to come around, so he had to keep himself occupied. Actually, it's kind of like a wing. I'm gonna smooth it out a bit. It's a little too big. I think you're right. Yes. Now we got something going on here. Nice. I like that. I like how that looks. And then this right here, let's extend this muscle out some. Smooth that back down. Elbow looks pretty good. I don't like to smooth out elbows because they're nice and they got, cool little flat areas and they're jaggy and I love it. Elbows are pretty sweet. When you break bricks, break bone, or not bones, but when you break, well, I guess you can break bones, but when you break wood with your elbow, you use this part of your elbow, not your elbow, but this part. This part is rock solid on your tricep. When you flex it, you could feel it. The more push-ups you do, the better chance of breaking something you have with that muscle. with that tendon. Actually, it's a tendon. Where's the ligament? No, ligaments are bone to bone without muscle. Tendons connect to bones, I believe, right? I'm just giving you, I'm just educating you on the art of combat as well for Sekiro. It's heavy balls. Well, you got anything to say to that, Alexis? Valkyrie? Well, well, well. Well, well, well. That arm looks pretty good. I like how that arm looks. Let's look at this arm in comparison. I also like how this arm looks too, but his tries need to be a little bigger, I believe. This side, let's increase that value. Wow. I really like spousal arguments on streams. I love it. I love it. Keep going with it. Whoa, what's going on over here? Dude, this thing's like popping out like crazy. Popping and locking over here. What's going on? See that? Must have accidentally... Ooh, who's Barbara? Is that somebody's mom? Oh, you know what? I think what's going on there is I haven't even tackled this area. So yes, that's probably legitimately gross for now. His throat is kind of cool. What's going on over here? Oh man, Barbara from Facebook. I think you should get her down there. Get her down here. Get her on the stream. I'll give her a sticker. Really? Everything? But does she really know everything? Does she, is it everything you told her, or? Huh. Well, what was her assessment? What was going on? What is Trevor? Defined by her words. What is he? He is do you make him a sandwich? Is that the type of person he is? Does he expect sandwiches made when he gets home? So the odd thing about this is his shoulders are kind of weird. He doesn't really have shoulders. He's got like these shoulders, and then his shoulders right here, but then he's also got this other shoulder here too. So I might have to make up some kind of muscles for that. Oh, yes. You should cheat. Yes. Well, does he make you cry? I make my wife cry. Sometimes. A lot of times. I do. I feel bad about it, but sometimes I'm just in a bad mood. Like, can't help it, you know? And sometimes she makes me cry, you know? It's just how people do each other. They make each other cry. The Alexa? What did the Alexa do? I gotta know more. Oh, right. I wanted to work on his legs. Yes. The ball saccular area as well. Okay, so this is going to take some conversion. That's not so bad. That's pretty good. I like that. Man, Alexa's mean. What a horrible, horrible thing to say to a pregnant lady. She is. Man, I wonder what she will say when you have a child. Get up, baby, you lazy baby. I know you're only 1 week old, but go get a job. Well, she is kind of the assistant in that way. You know, she's assisting him abuse abuse you. But really, if you are getting abused, you need to seek shelter and help. So, you know, don't be afraid to call somebody when he's not present or something at school. There are plenty of outreach centers or something. I don't know. There are plenty of things. Abuse shelters, I think. Abuse shelters. Wait, I don't know if they're shelters that they abuse you in, but I don't know anything. Good luck, lady. You know, I'm going to pump this down to 20. Poor Trevor. So is he getting abused now? I think you should retaliate. I mean, why not, right? Listen, you know what? I don't. If internet is just the internet, it's words. I think I was having this discussion with my wife about noise coming out of noise holes, and people are offended at noise nowadays. And to me, I'm like, man, it's just people, dude. They're just people being people, man. It's just their personalities, you know. Like get with it. I can't stand people getting offended over noise. It's the worst. It's the worst thing in the world. Actions, yes, actions you can be, you know, hurt by. But man, words are just noise, man. It's sound waves. They don't do anything. Oh, my family's home. Is it that time? Is it that time? Oh, it is 10:30. It's that time. My son and wife are back from church. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, it's annoying. Like, I'm so sorry you had to do that. And then they like try to defend your thing. I don't know. Yeah, I agree there. I'm already offended by those. I'm not even making noise. I'm not even offended by noise right now. I'm offended by the potential of noise. It's gonna have this long. What is this? A hamstring? No, that's not a hammy. Hammy's your butt, right? This is a. No, hammy is not your butt. This is your hammy. This is your hammy. The glute is your butt, the maximus, the biggest muscle apparently in your body. This is your... I forgot. If anybody knows, please educate me. Anyways, this muscle right here, whatever it is, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one. Whoa, and also lumpy. Hey, dude.
You're working on the legs?
Yeah, I finished the hand and the other arm as much as I could. There's going to be details that's going to come in here, but I sculpted it out. And then his other hand, and now I'm working on his legs. Yeah. I need to poo-poo. So this is what the... Oh my gosh, this is the... I used to remember. It's right at the tip of my tongue here. I keep wanting to say femur. It's not femur. Because that's not a muscle. I keep wanting to say... Yep, I'll just wait. I'll wait. It'll come to me. Or it won't. It's definitely not a femur. This bone, which is not a femur. Uh-oh, I think we got another problem over here. Wait, is it a femur? No, femur is your hips. Oh my gosh. Anyways, this bone is, they say, is a very, very painful break. It is the leg bone. Femur is the leg bone? What am I thinking of hip then? What am I talking about? Hip is your pelvic bone. I'm thinking of pelvic. Yes, femur is your leg bone. Yes. The beaten bone? Yes. Sorry, yes. Femur is your leg bone, and it is a painful break. Which I can imagine it is, because it's also a very huge producer. Your femur and your pelvic bone are massive producers of blood. So when you have like people that are like, oh, he died from hip surgery, well, the reason that they die from hip surgery is because they bleed out. It is very porous. Your pelvic bone is very porous, and if you drill into it and it doesn't stop bleeding, it's very hard to stop it from bleeding. And that's mainly why, you know, a lot of people die from hip injuries when they break their pelvic bone. They just bleed. They bleed all over in their body. So next time you hear that, understand why that happens. So if you're going to fight this guy, break his pelvic bone. Whoa, my gosh. Liam, what was that?
What?
What was that? Look at all these things popping up. What's going on?
I fell on me.
This is like your basic muscle. You learned this in 7th grade and I forgot it. Oh well. If you don't mind looking it up, I would greatly appreciate it. So my son has been obsessed with Power Rangers. Obsessed. And I've been watching it with him, and now I'm obsessed. And I was like, quads, your quadriceps. Quads. So I looked up, I'm like, hey, what is metacarpals? Are metacarpals, metatarsals and metacarpals, those are your bones. And they're hands and feet. Yes, it's quads, quadriceps, yeah. Can't believe I forgot that. Anyways, we've been watching Power Rangers, and I was like, I wonder what the best one is. What the best of the, Power Ranger series is, or the what's it called? The I guess takes on the Power Rangers. And right now, the polls say Dino Thunder is the one to watch. So we're going to watch Dino Thunder. See how it goes. Let's increase this little area just a bit more. I have flat feet, so I tend to make people, I tend to draw people with flat feet too. Can't help it. Looks like he has a broken leg. Gotta see somebody about that. I read a really interesting article on development in gravity, or in zero space and zero gravity, and how important gravity is to a developing child. Gravity helps us with our bone structures, and it helps us keep our limbs a certain length, and it helps us with having a spine that's good and not like elongated or anything like that. It was pretty interesting article. Oop, just got ball sacked. Look at that. I'll have to find it and post it one of these days. But I thought it was really interesting how in zero space we would develop to look more like aliens than humans. We would have these elongated limbs just like this. We would have very long femurs and long tibias and tibulas. Arms would be crazy. Our joints might not necessarily be inside their sockets. They might be floating. Just different things can happen. Bone density is way down in 0G. So typically this is not an asset you want to make for a game. This is the wrong way to do an asset for a game, because there's too many polygons. This is way too many polygons for a video game. You'll want to if you want to make this into a asset for a game, you'll want to remesh. Yeah, they do. Yep. All sorts, indeed. One of them is dropping cups on the floor because they're not used to gravity. But no, yes, absolutely. I have never wanted to explore space. I've never... sorry, when I was younger, I did. I was like, oh, it'd be so awesome to go to Mars. I'd volunteer to go to Mars. And now I'm like, why? That's a death sentence. That is where you go to die. Absolutely, 100%. Would not want to go to Mars. Anybody planning on going to Mars, just understand that is it. That is your final trip. You're not going anywhere outside of that. You're not coming back home. You're not, you know. Better refund them, dude. I mean, if that's your thing, that's cool. Whatever. But there is a study. People just got out of their little capsules. I think it was in like Australia, or I don't know. I don't remember where it was, but they just got out of their little capsules, and they were in confined space for a year. They were in a confined space with other people for a whole year doing rudimentary science stuff, you know, but they had a delay in communication with their family, just the same as you would, or they say the same as you would in outer space, that kind of thing. Yes, yeah, they had a 20-minute delay. Well, radio waves, I don't know if people know this, radio waves travel at the speed of light. And so, yeah, I would take, you know, there'd be some delay. Now, depending on what you believe, whether you believe we've actually been to the moon or not, there's some question about that. Whether it is easy, whether the radiation wouldn't just kill us outright. The sun radiation that 30 seconds to Mars. You get me how did I do? Yes, that's a good band. Sorry, that's the only song I know, and I only know them from Rock Band, so never mind. I actually kind of like that actor too. Couldn't be. You don't think it could be faked? You don't think so? There was one image that I thought was peculiar, and it was a double exposure. You know what? I think I got these backwards. I think that this one is supposed to be on this side, which is the higher bone. Anyways, there was a double exposure on one of the images, on one of the videos, and you can't really get that on video unless you shoot again over a thing. It was kind of a weird thing to see, because one of the astronauts was transparent. You could see the background and him, and you can't do that with film. You absolutely can't do that with film. The only way to do it is double exposure. The technology at the time would not allow for the shadows in the image. What do you mean? Harsh side of lighting. Yep. Yeah. Okay. You could also do that with increased contrast with film, which is easy to do. Some people had argued, what about the shadow distance? It couldn't have been done in a studio because point light produces diverging shadows. There, you don't have straight line. You have straight lines with the sun, but if you're shadowing somebody, or if you have a pole, let's say, and a point light, that pole would have diverging points. Right? I was like, yep, that's true. That's very true. Who's to say it was done in a studio? It could very easily have been done outside with natural sunlight, and they would have that effect with our sun as well, because it's the same sun. But I am absolutely a devil's advocate. One of the more compelling pieces of evidence that I thought was interesting was they had destroyed the telemetry data. They had not destroyed, but taped over, they say, the actual footage of the whole thing, because they were running low on tape, videotape, or whatever, however they put it, which I thought was very interesting. And they also destroyed, they said they don't have the technology to go to the moon anymore. They destroyed it after the moon landing. I thought that was peculiar. And boy, if I was in a jury, I'd be like, this sounds very odd. Why would you do that? Especially with something as groundbreaking as a moon landing. You think it's fake propaganda? And we haven't gone back. Probably because we don't need to anymore, right? Or what's up there? Nothing. Don't we know that already? There's nothing up there. There's nothing on Mars. There's nothing on Jupiter except for death. I think that they're most interested in the original landing. I think that's what people are most interested in, the original landing. I think that they not the hoax, the conspiracy theory is that we went there eventually, but not the first time, and that was the only reason that it was faked, is to beat Russia in the moon landing. And even Russians think that Russia did not actually land on the moon either the first time, and that was faked as well. I thought that was interesting. I'm a third-party observer in all this, by the way. I don't subscribe to a lot of things. There are some theories I do believe, but you have to question some stuff. Like I think I've said this before. When one conspiracy theory comes out and is all of a sudden is true, you're like, well, what the hell? Then you got to question some other ones too. Like, well, could these be true as well? Yep, that was another thing. Yep, they said we made it, and then I think one of the things about the photos or the video was that there was no presence of stars. They didn't have any stars in the back sky. And yeah, I would tend to agree. Yes, there wouldn't be stars in video because it is, first, I don't think you could capture stars on video even in the dark light here on Earth. Second, the reason they gave was awful. Oh, it's just incriminating. Why did they do that? Is because they're like, well, it was daytime on the moon. No, you dumbasses. It doesn't matter if it's daytime. It's the lack of atmosphere. It's the atmosphere that blocks out the starlight. We literally have a bright atmosphere. A lot of light reflects back onto Earth from the atmosphere. Moon doesn't have atmosphere to reflect that. Doesn't matter if it's daytime or not. But I don't know why they said that. I don't know why they gave that reason. It was daytime. No, it's not because it was daytime. Because there's a lack of atmosphere to reflect the light back. But the reason you didn't see the stars is because the camera technology that they had up there wouldn't have been able to capture it anyway. It's a long exposure. And there would have been too much movement. If you had a photo zoomed into the stars, you can't get a photo fast enough to get a dot of the star. You can't. It's just so hard because it's always moving. We're moving incredibly fast. So even on a like 100 shutter speed, 100th of a second, bam, you'll still see kind of an oval. When you zoom in, you'll see an oval because we're moving. It's moving so fast it can't capture it. And that kind of applies to video too. It goes too fast. I can hardly see stars when I capture with my GoPro. I do night shots. I do night time lapses. Stars are really difficult to capture. Very hard to see. But anyways, I don't know. I could fight for both sides, I guess. If I had to, I could argue both sides. I think pretty well. Not that I really care. Boy, he's got 4 toes, doesn't he? Huh. He's a cartoon guy. One thing I will not argue, and I think is absolutely ridiculous, is flat Earth. That is, I can't even. If you're a flat earther, okay, I guess you're a flat earther. But I can't, that's something I can't subscribe to. It went really quiet. I really hope you guys aren't flat earthers. Oh man. Oh man. Oh boy. Here we go. Shit. Flat earthers. God damn it. Listen, if you are, fine. Whatever. I don't care. Like this, or like this. Convex, like a bowl, or like an upside down bowl. I guess depending on where the sun is. I think that's all the detail I'll have for the foot. And that leg, I think I might do a little more muscle mass. Cereal bowl, convex, a convex shape. I thought it would be, you know, like something like that, but I don't know what the opposite of convex is. You know what I mean? A donut? It could be like on Halo. No, it couldn't be. Couldn't be. We would see. It would be very obvious if it was a donut. Listen, I mean, here's the thing. We have sunsets and sunrises. Convex, concave. Okay, concave, cave in to cave in. So cave in like this, and convex is like this. Okay, got it. I hope. Anyways, we have sunrises, sunsets, and they're beautiful and they're wonderful. And the only reason they're beautiful and wonderful is because the sun shine gets under the clouds, and the only way the sunshine gets under the clouds is if we were going around it, right? And eventually the sun hits the bottom of the clouds. That's the only way. Part of the donut. I don't understand that. I can't envision it. But hey, if that's what you subscribe to, then you're gonna have stupid children. Just saying, all this is just noise from a noise hole. Don't worry. Now, if we lived on a donut world, if we lived on a donut world and somebody was like, oh no, the world is flat, or oh, the world is round, I would be highly suspicious of that claim. Good, subscribe to Dima. As far as beliefs, yes. I have a good belief system. I could teach you, young Padawans. That knee is looking real good in that lighting. Real good in that lighting. Oh yes, this part. Yes, I'm looking forward to this. The butts. Let me convert it. Convert it down to 20s. Yeah, look at that. Look at that go. Yeah, beautiful. Son is singing a battery song right now, and it's kind of weird. Got all these batteries in my life. Which angle? The butt angle? My son was like, drop poop coming out. Oh no, sorry. Draw booger coming out. That's what it was, and I did. And he loved it. I'm not going to draw poop coming out. I'll be banned from YouTube for sure. Hey-o. Good timing. I was about to leave. Because it's about time for me to leave. That's how it always works. Maybe I start too early, or people wake up, or something. Let me save this at this point. Oh, you finally went to sleep? That's good. That's good. How late did you stay up last night? You young whippersnappers. Let me open up let's see if I have Wow, that's 360 megabytes. That model. That's probably why it was having a hard time. So it went from this, right? Let's see what this one looks like. Oh yeah, this is where I was like, because I was working on the hand here and I decided that it was not looking good. Look at this crooked penis. That's funny. That's great. I think I also like had the ball sack all like rounded out on this one too. Oh yeah, that's funny. All right, it's like a little pinky, like a potato wedge. Like that's what's going on down there, like a potato wedge. But I wasn't liking how this was going because of the separation here, and this little guy here, and this other hand. I think something was happening, so I decided to start back over from the block, and that's how this got up here. Enigmaze. Man, you guys are just joining in. A little late there. How goes it with you? Did you just wake up as well? So here is the actual thing here, and I am not now looking at the arm more. It looks a little wormy, like a tapeworm, and this needs to definitely come up more. Just like that. It's fast because Dyne is not on, but I'm not over killing it with everything. So yes. Ooh, I like that crease. Kind of like it, but it definitely does need a little bit more three-dimensional structure, I think. Did you just wake up as well, Enigmaze? Is that what's going on? Sex about long areas is that it's really tough to get a nice like straight line going on without there being too many lumps, you know what I mean? I guess you got nothing to say? What happened? Are you enjoying the grotesqueness? So I'm back on YouTube as well, and I'm actually surprised I'm getting nothing but Twitch right now, a viewership, which is interesting. Maybe YouTube is censoring me. Okay, are we having an issue here? Yep, we sure are. Let's go to the flatten tool. That works out bad. the hell? It should have worked out best. Okay, Dine Topo it is. Yep. Gotta get rid of these little bubble tumors in him. It's gonna mess up the painting, so anytime I find these I try to get rid of them. I don't know why they appear in the first place. It's kind of strange. But there, that's all I needed. There we go. Okay. So, and I'm sure that more exist all throughout. Let's see if I could smooth these guys out. Looking at the inside of his body. Man, this would be kind of a weird, cool, like, level to play inside of. You know what I mean? If you could just walk around. I think that would be interesting. It'd be quite interesting. So he absolutely does more, like, more squats with this leg than that leg, obviously. Let me try clay on this, because now I'm kind of interested in what happens with clay going down like that. It gives him kind of that you see what I mean? It kind of has those little ridges, and that really adds like a weird musculature to his leg. Like you could see through, not really see, but you can it's like it's tight around that muscle, and it's so tight that you could see that flex, the rib flex. I think that's interesting. Really good for that. Some people don't like the clay strip. I actually kind of do. It really adds a good texture to your muscle. And you don't have to use it throughout, just sporadically here and there. But you see that it's kind of neat. That looks pretty realistic in a sense. Like if you looked under your leg right now, this would be happening. This ribbing would be happening under your leg. So you say hey, but then you don't say anything. What's going on? Can you not hear me? And I say hey, 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 hey. I say hey. What's going on? And I cry. Oh my God, do I cry? Yeah, it adds a really cool texture to their skin. You know, so I would recommend using it here and there sporadically. Yes, please check. Oh, Jesus. I just realized I'm dropping frames, and I realize why I'm dropping frames. My wife is watching stuff. And with that, I shall bid you adieu, because I cannot stream under these conditions. I apologize for that. I didn't realize that I was dropping frames. I didn't know that was going on. I'll save it right here. Hopefully you guys have caught up and at least, you know, understood what I'm saying here. I will see you guys another time. Tuesday, 6 o'clock, if you guys don't mind. I don't mind. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.